Welcome back to Rush Drive. After 15 years of reviewing cars across every segment, from budget hatchbacks to million-dollar exotics, I can confidently say this: very few cars still manage to make seasoned reviewers stop, pause, and feel genuine excitement. And yes, I've driven cars that cost less than a house and cars that cost more than a private jet engine overhaul. But today's car, this one reminds you why you fell in love with cars in the first place. And don't worry, I won't say it changed my life, but it might slightly change your heartbeat. This is the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. And no, this is not just another supercar. This is Lamborghini turning every dial to the maximum and then breaking the dial. Before we go deep, a quick word for those new here: this is Rush Drive, where we don't shout specs at you, we explain them. We don't chase hype, we chase clarity. And every review is built on real driving experience, engineering understanding, and long-term perspective. Now let's talk about what the Aventador SVJ actually is. After more than 15 years of driving, testing, and analyzing performance cars, you reach a point where very little truly surprises you. Technology improves, lap times fall, and numbers get bigger every year. Yet, every once in a while, a car arrives that feels less like a product and more like a statement. A machine that doesn't follow trends, doesn't soften its edges, and doesn't apologize for being extreme. The Lamborghini Aventador SVJ is exactly that kind of car. It is not merely fast, not merely expensive, and not merely rare. It is a race car engineered with just enough restraint to make it legal for public roads. The SVJ, short for Super Veloce Hoda, represents Lamborghini at its most uncompromising. This is the ultimate evolution of the Aventador platform and one of the final chapters of Lamborghini's naturally aspirated V12 legacy. In an era dominated by turbochargers, hybrid systems, and digital refinement, the Aventador SVJ stands as a defiant reminder of what raw mechanical performance feels like when nothing filters the experience. At the core of the Aventador SVJ lies a 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12 engine, an engine that already feels like a piece of automotive history the moment you start it. Producing 770 horsepower and 720 Nm of torque, this V12 is not about efficiency or subtlety. It is about immediacy. Throttle response is instant, almost shocking in how directly it reacts to your inputs. There is no delay, no boost buildup, and no electronic smoothing. Every press of the accelerator is answered with a surge of power that feels both violent and precise. The character of this engine defines the entire car. It revs freely, pulls hard across the entire rev range, and delivers power in a linear, predictable way that rewards skilled drivers. The sound is a defining element of the experience. At low speeds, the engine feels tense and mechanical. As revs climb, the exhaust note hardens into a high-pitched scream that fills the cabin and echoes off buildings, tunnels, and open roads alike. This is not artificially enhanced sound. This is the genuine voice of a high-revving V12 operating at the edge of its capabilities. Power is delivered through Lamborghini's 7-speed ISR automated manual transmission. By modern standards, this gearbox is not smooth, and that is precisely the point. Gear changes are firm, abrupt, and unmistakably mechanical. Each upshift feels like a physical event, reinforcing the sense that you are operating a serious performance machine. This transmission prioritizes engagement over comfort, and in the SVJ, it feels perfectly aligned with the car's philosophy. All-wheel drive plays a crucial role in managing the immense power output. Combined with advanced traction control and rear-wheel steering, the SVJ is able to put power down with remarkable effectiveness. Rear-wheel steering enhances agility at lower speeds while improving stability at high speeds, making the car feel more manageable than its dimensions might suggest. Still, this is not a forgiving car. It demands focus, precision, and respect. Push it without understanding its limits, and it will quickly remind you that it operates on the laws of physics, not marketing promises. Straight-line performance is astonishing. The Aventador SVJ accelerates from 0 to 100 km per hour in under 2.8 seconds and continues pulling relentlessly well beyond legal speeds. Top speed exceeds 350 km per hour, but focusing solely on top speed misses the point. What truly sets the SVJ apart is how composed it feels while operating at extreme velocities. Stability, grip, and driver confidence remain intact even when speeds reach levels most cars are never designed to handle. The defining engineering feature of the Aventador SVJ is Lamborghini's ALA 2.0 system, Aerodynamica Lamborghini Aventador. This active aerodynamic system is far more than a marketing highlight. It is a sophisticated, real-time airflow management system that continuously adapts to driving conditions. At high speeds, it increases downforce to enhance grip. On straights, it reduces aerodynamic drag to maximize acceleration. During cornering, it can actively adjust airflow to create differential downforce between the left and right sides of the car, improving stability and cornering precision. This technology was a key factor behind the Aventador SVJ's record-breaking lap at the Nürburgring Nordschleife, one of the most demanding circuits in the world. Completing a lap in under 7 minutes placed the SVJ among the fastest production cars ever to tackle that track. More importantly, it proved that the car's extreme design and engineering choices were not just visual drama, but functional performance enhancements. The chassis of the Aventador SVJ is built around a carbon fiber monocoque, delivering exceptional rigidity while keeping weight relatively low for a car of this size and power. Extensive use of carbon fiber throughout the body reduces mass and improves structural strength. The suspension setup is firm, aggressive, and unapologetically track-focused. On smooth roads and race circuits, the car feels precise, stable, and confidence-inspiring. On uneven surfaces, it communicates every imperfection directly to the driver. This is not a car designed to isolate you from the road. It is designed to connect you to it. Steering response is sharp and immediate, providing clear feedback at all times. Despite its wide stance and intimidating proportions, the SVJ feels surprisingly predictable once you understand its behavior. It is demanding, but honest. The car tells you exactly what it is doing, allowing skilled drivers to explore its limits with confidence. Visually, the Aventador SVJ is unmistakably Lamborghini. Every angle, vent, and surface serves a purpose. The aggressive front splitter manages airflow for increased downforce. Large side intakes feed cooling systems essential for sustained high-performance driving. The massive fixed rear wing generates significant aerodynamic load at speed, anchoring the car to the road. Carbon fiber dominates the exterior, reinforcing the SVJ's lightweight, race-inspired intent. This is not a subtle or elegant design, and it was never meant to be. The SVJ looks aggressive even at a standstill. It commands attention and communicates performance before the engine is even started. It is a visual declaration of Lamborghini's refusal to blend in or compromise. Inside, the cabin reflects the same philosophy. Alcantara covers most surfaces, chosen for its grip, durability, and weight savings. Carbon fiber accents reinforce the performance-focused environment. The seating position is low and purposeful, placing the driver close to the car's center of gravity. Visibility is limited, as expected in a supercar of this nature, but the layout of controls is intuitive and driver-focused. The digital instrument cluster provides clear, customizable performance data, while the infotainment system remains functional without becoming intrusive. This is not a luxury showcase. It is a cockpit designed around driving. Comfort features exist, but they are secondary. Everything inside the SVJ reminds you that this car's primary mission is performance. Driving modes allow the SVJ to adapt its character. Strada mode offers the most restrained setup, making the car manageable for public roads. Sport mode sharpens throttle response and amplifies the exhaust note. Casa mode reveals the SVJ's true nature. Electronic assistance is reduced, responses become razor sharp, and the car demands full concentration from the driver. In this mode, the Aventador SVJ feels closest to its racing roots. Ownership of an Aventador SVJ is not a rational decision. It is expensive to buy, costly to maintain, and impractical for daily use. Fuel efficiency is irrelevant, ride comfort is secondary, and running costs are significant. This is not a car purchased for convenience. It is purchased for passion. Produced in limited numbers, the SVJ is also a collector's item, with rarity playing a major role in its long-term desirability and value. Beyond the specifications, performance figures, and lap records, the Aventador SVJ represents something increasingly rare in the modern automotive world. It represents authenticity. It is one of the last naturally aspirated V12 supercars built without hybrid assistance. It exists before electrification and efficiency regulations permanently reshaped the supercar landscape. Driving the Aventador SVJ is an experience that stays with you. It demands respect, focus, and skill. It does not flatter inexperienced drivers, and it does not hide its intensity. But for those who understand it, the SVJ delivers an emotional connection that few modern cars can match. The Lamborghini Aventador SVJ is not simply a supercar. It is a race car engineered with just enough compromise to be driven on the road. And in a world where performance is increasingly digital and sanitized, that makes it truly special. The Lamborghini Aventador SVJ's identity begins and ends with its engine. Everything about this car exists because of what sits behind the driver's seat. In an age where performance is increasingly defined by turbochargers, hybrid systems, and electric assistance, the Aventador SVJ stands apart by staying true to something purer, louder, and far more emotional. Its 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12 is not just an engine, it is a statement of intent in one of the last great mechanical power plants of the modern supercar era. A naturally aspirated V12 is already a rare thing today, but Lamborghini didn't just preserve it, they perfected it. The 6.5-liter V12 in the Aventador SVJ produces 770 horsepower without relying on forced induction. That means no turbos to spool up, no artificial torque curves, and no electronic tricks to mask delays. Power delivery is immediate and linear, responding to the smallest movement of the throttle pedal. This direct connection between driver and engine is what defines the SVJ experience. What makes this engine special is not just the peak horsepower figure, but how it delivers that power. From low revs, the engine feels alive, tense, and ready. As the revs climb, the power builds smoothly and relentlessly, pulling harder and harder all the way to redline. There is no sudden surge, no dramatic drop-off, just a continuous wave of acceleration that feels controlled yet ferocious. This kind of power delivery rewards skilled driving and gives the driver confidence to push the car harder with each passing kilometer. The sound of the Aventador SVJ's V12 is equally important to its character. At idle, it has a deep, mechanical rumble that hints at the violence waiting beneath the surface. As revs rise, the exhaust note sharpens, transforming into a high-pitched, metallic scream that only a naturally aspirated V12 can produce. This is not a tuned soundtrack played through speakers. It is raw combustion, airflow, and mechanical precision combining into a sound that feels alive. At full throttle, the engine's scream becomes an event, echoing off surroundings and demanding attention in a way few modern cars can. This engine also represents a level of engineering refinement that comes from decades of Lamborghini's V12 heritage. Every internal component is designed to handle extreme stress at high RPMs. The engine breathes freely, revs eagerly, and maintains consistency even under sustained high-speed driving. It is built not just for brief bursts of acceleration, but for the kind of punishment that comes with track-focused performance. The 770 horsepower figure is achieved without sacrificing reliability or responsiveness. Lamborghini engineers focused on optimizing airflow, combustion efficiency, and internal friction rather than relying on forced induction. This approach preserves the purity of the driving experience while delivering performance numbers that rival or exceed many turbocharged competitors. The result is an engine that feels honest, predictable, and brutally effective. Torque delivery is equally impressive. With 720 Nm available, the Aventador SVJ pulls hard in every gear. The engine's wide usable rev range allows for explosive acceleration whether you are exiting a tight corner or accelerating at high speed on a straight. Combined with the car's all-wheel drive system, this torque is translated into real-world performance rather than wasted wheel spin. The naturally aspirated design also contributes to the engine's emotional appeal. Without turbos muting the exhaust or altering the sound profile, the V12's voice remains pure and unfiltered. Each gear change is accompanied by a dramatic shift in pitch and intensity, reinforcing the sense that you are controlling a powerful mechanical system rather than a computer-managed machine. This is the kind of engine that demands respect and rewards commitment. From a driving perspective, the engine defines how the Aventador SVJ feels in every situation. At moderate speeds, it feels restrained but alert, always ready to respond. Push harder, and it reveals its true nature, delivering acceleration that feels almost violent yet remains controllable. The car never feels overwhelmed by its own power, largely because the engine's linear delivery makes its behavior predictable even at extreme speeds. The 6.5-liter V12 also plays a crucial role in the SVJ's track-focused identity. On a race circuit, consistent power delivery and throttle precision are essential. The absence of turbo lag allows drivers to modulate power accurately when exiting corners, improving lap times and confidence. This is one of the reasons the Aventador SVJ was able to achieve such remarkable performance on demanding tracks like the Nürburgring. Beyond performance, this engine carries symbolic weight. It represents the end of an era. Emissions regulations and efficiency demands mean that naturally aspirated V12 engines are rapidly disappearing. The Aventador SVJ stands as one of the final expressions of this configuration in a production road car. That alone elevates its significance beyond simple specifications. Owning or driving a car with this engine is about more than speed. It is about experiencing a form of engineering that prioritizes emotion, sound, and connection. The engine does not try to be efficient, quiet, or polite. It exists to deliver excitement, drama, and intensity every time it is started. In the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, the 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12 is the soul of the car. The 770 horsepower figure is impressive, but it is the way that power is delivered, the way it sounds, and the way it makes the driver feel that truly matters. This engine transforms the SVJ from a fast car into an unforgettable experience. It is the reason the Aventador SVJ is not just remembered as a supercar, but respected as a race car for the road. The Nürburgring Nordschleife is not just a race track. It is a benchmark, a proving ground, and in many ways, the ultimate test of a performance car's true ability. Stretching over 20 kilometers, filled with blind corners, sudden elevation changes, uneven surfaces, and relentless high-speed sections, it exposes weaknesses that no spec sheet ever can. When Lamborghini took the Aventador SVJ to this circuit, the goal was not publicity alone. The goal was validation. What followed was one of the most defining moments in the car's history and a key reason why the Aventador SVJ is remembered as a race car built for the road. The Aventador SVJ's Nürburgring lap time immediately placed it among the elite. Completing the Nordschleife in under 7 minutes was not a matter of raw horsepower alone. Many cars with similar power figures have attempted the challenge and failed to achieve comparable results. What made the SVJ's performance so significant was the way it combined power, aerodynamics, chassis control, and driver confidence into a cohesive package capable of surviving and thriving on one of the most unforgiving circuits in the world. At the Nürburgring, stability is everything. Long straights demand absolute confidence at extreme speeds, while tight technical sections punish cars that lack balance or precision. The Aventador SVJ demonstrated an ability to remain composed across all of these conditions. This was not a car that felt fast only in a straight line. It was fast everywhere. A major factor behind this achievement was Lamborghini's Ala 2.0 system, Aerodynamica Lamborghini Aventador. Unlike traditional fixed aerodynamic setups, Ala 2.0 actively adjusts airflow in real time based on speed, braking, and steering inputs. On high-speed sections of the Nürburgring, the system reduces drag, allowing the SVJ to achieve maximum acceleration and top speed. As the car approaches corners, the system instantly increases downforce, improving grip and stability. What truly sets Ala 2.0 apart is its ability to manage airflow independently on each side of the car. During cornering, the system can apply more downforce to the inside wheels, improving turn in response and reducing understeer. On a circuit as complex as the Nordschleife, this capability makes a significant difference. It allows the driver to attack corners with greater confidence, knowing that the car is actively working to maintain grip and balance. The Nürburgring also places enormous stress on a car's chassis and suspension. The Aventador SVJ's carbon fiber monocoque provides exceptional rigidity, ensuring that suspension geometry remains consistent even under extreme loads. This structural integrity allows the suspension to perform exactly as intended, maintaining tire contact with the surface across bumps, compressions, and elevation changes. Suspension tuning played a critical role in the SVJ's lap time. The setup is firm and aggressive, prioritizing control and responsiveness over comfort. On the Nordschleif's uneven surface, this allowed the car to remain stable without excessive body movement. The suspension absorbed imperfections without losing composure, enabling the driver to maintain speed through sections where less focused cars would need to back off. Power delivery was equally important. The 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12 engine's linear response allowed precise throttle modulation, especially when exiting corners. On a track like the Nürburgring, where traction varies constantly, predictable power delivery is essential. The absence of turbo lag meant the driver could apply power smoothly and confidently, reducing the risk of wheel spin or sudden loss of control. The 7-speed ISR transmission, while aggressive, proved effective on the track. Quick, decisive shifts ensured uninterrupted acceleration, while the gearbox's mechanical nature reinforced the car's race-focused character. Combined with the all-wheel drive system, the SVJ was able to translate its power into forward motion efficiently, even in challenging sections of the circuit. Braking performance was another critical element of the SVJ's Nürburgring success. High-speed sections require brakes that can deliver repeated, consistent stopping power without fade. The SVJ's carbon ceramic braking system provided exactly that. Precise pedal feel allowed the driver to brake late and with confidence, maximizing corner entry speed while maintaining control. Driver confidence is an often overlooked factor in lap times, but it is crucial. The Aventador SVJ's steering provided clear feedback, allowing the driver to feel exactly how much grip was available at any given moment. Rear-wheel steering further enhanced agility in tight sections while improving stability at high speeds. This combination allowed the driver to push harder, lap after lap, without the car feeling unpredictable or nervous. The significance of the Aventador SVJ's Nürburgring record goes beyond the number itself. It demonstrated that Lamborghini could combine dramatic design and emotional performance with genuine engineering excellence. For years, Lamborghini was often seen as the brand focused on style and sound, while others chased lap times. The SVJ changed that perception. It proved that Lamborghini could build a car capable of competing with, and surpassing, the best track-focused machines in the world. This achievement also reinforced the SVJ's identity as a race car for the road. The same aerodynamic systems, chassis rigidity, and performance tuning that delivered the Nürburgring record are present in every production SVJ. Owners are not buying a detuned version of a track car. They are buying a machine built with the same philosophy and engineering priorities. In the broader context of automotive history, the Aventador SVJ's Nürburgring performance represents the peak of an era. It stands as one of the final triumphs of a naturally aspirated V12 supercar achieving world-class lap times without hybrid assistance. That alone makes the achievement historically significant. The Nürburgring record is not just a statistic attached to the Aventador SVJ. It is proof of concept. It confirms that the SVJ's aggressive aerodynamics, raw power, and uncompromising setup work together as intended. It validates Lamborghini's approach and cements the Aventador SVJ's place among the most capable road-legal performance cars ever built. In the end, the Aventador SVJ did more than set a lap time. It made a statement. It showed that emotion and engineering do not have to exist separately. At the Nürburgring, one of the most demanding stages in motorsport, the Aventador SVJ proved that it truly deserves its reputation as a race car built for the road. The Lamborghini Aventador SVJ is often described as a race car for the road, and much of that description comes down to one of its most advanced technological features, the ALA 2.0 system, which stands for Aerodinamica Lamborghini Attiva. This active aerodynamic system is not simply an add-on or marketing gimmick, it is a revolutionary approach to controlling airflow in real time, giving the SVJ an extraordinary combination of speed, stability, and cornering precision. To truly appreciate what ALA 2.0 does, it is necessary to understand how active aerodynamics changes the dynamics of a supercar and why it is integral to the Aventador SVJ's record-breaking performance. At its core, ALA 2.0 is designed to manage aerodynamic forces actively rather than relying on static wings and splitters. Traditional aerodynamics in a supercar involve fixed components, a front splitter, side intakes, a rear wing, and sometimes a diffuser. These elements are carefully designed to balance downforce and drag, but they are inherently compromises. A static setup must provide enough downforce for high-speed corners but cannot reduce drag on straights without sacrificing grip. ALA 2.0 changes that by allowing the car to alter its aerodynamic profile instantaneously, adjusting downforce and drag in real time depending on speed, steering input, and braking. The system works by controlling movable flaps at the front and rear of the car. These flaps open or close to increase downforce when needed, or reduce it to decrease drag and improve acceleration. The beauty of ALA 2.0 is its speed and precision. The system does not operate on a fixed schedule or delayed response. It reacts instantly to the car's behavior, continuously monitoring conditions and adjusting aerodynamics to optimize performance. This means that at high speeds on a straight, the car can reduce drag to achieve maximum velocity. When entering a corner, the flaps deploy to increase downforce, ensuring that the tires maintain optimal contact with the road and the car remains stable. One of the most remarkable aspects of ALA 2.0 is its ability to adjust aerodynamics asymmetrically. During cornering, downforce can be increased selectively on the inside wheels, helping the car rotate more effectively while reducing understeer. This gives the Aventador SVJ a remarkable sense of agility despite its wide, low-slung dimensions and high power output. The car essentially leans into corners not through weight transfer alone, but through aerodynamic manipulation, creating a level of control that static aerodynamics could never achieve. The practical benefits of ALA 2.0 are best illustrated by the Aventador SVJ's performance on the Nürburgring Nordschleife. This track, famous for its length, complexity, and uneven surface, places extreme demands on every aspect of a car's design. Speed alone is not enough, stability, balance, and grip are essential. Thanks to ALA 2.0, the SVJ was able to attack corners with confidence, maintain stability through fast sweepers, and accelerate aggressively on straights without sacrificing control. The active aerodynamics provided measurable improvements in lap times, contributing to the record-setting performance that cemented the SVJ's reputation as one of the fastest production cars around the Nürburgring. But ALA 2.0 is not only about track performance, it also enhances the everyday driving experience. On public roads, the system adjusts seamlessly without driver intervention, improving stability during high-speed driving and giving a sense of confidence that the car is always in control. Unlike some high-tech systems that feel artificial or disconnected, ALA 2.0 works intuitively, making the Aventador SVJ feel both powerful and manageable. The driver does not need to think about airflow, yet the car's behavior is optimized at all times. In addition to performance benefits, ALA 2.0 represents a philosophical shift in supercar design. Lamborghini has always prioritized emotion, drama, and engagement, but with active aerodynamics, engineering and emotion are blended seamlessly. The system allows the SVJ to be both extreme and usable, capable of delivering incredible cornering speeds and acceleration while remaining controllable on the road. It is a technology that amplifies the car's natural characteristics rather than replacing them, preserving the raw V12 experience while enhancing precision. From a technical perspective, ALA 2.0 is a marvel of engineering integration. Sensors throughout the car continuously monitor speed, steering angle, yaw, and lateral acceleration. This data is processed in real time, allowing the flaps and aerodynamic elements to adjust instantaneously. The system works in harmony with the suspension, traction control, and rear wheel steering, creating a holistic performance envelope that maximizes grip, responsiveness, and driver confidence. It is not simply a wing that moves, it is a fully integrated dynamic system that enhances every aspect of the car's behavior. The effect of ALA 2.0 is most noticeable in extreme driving scenarios, but it also contributes to the overall refinement of the Aventador SVJ. When driving at moderate speeds, the system subtly improves stability, reducing unwanted lift or aerodynamic imbalance. At high speeds, it transforms the car into a focused performance machine, allowing the driver to exploit the full potential of the 770 horsepower V12 without fear of aerodynamic instability. On a racetrack or on a fast open road, the system makes the difference between a car that is merely fast and one that is both fast and exhilaratingly precise. Moreover, ALA 2.0 enhances the emotional experience of driving. Lamborghini has always been about drama, and the movement of flaps and active aerodynamic elements adds a visual and auditory dimension to performance. The car looks purposeful, aggressive, and alive, reinforcing the sense that the Aventador SVJ is more than a machine, it is a statement. Every acceleration, every corner, and every high-speed maneuver is enhanced by a system that makes the car feel intuitive, responsive, and uncompromising. In conclusion, the ALA 2.0 active aerodynamics system is one of the key reasons the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ is not just a supercar, but a race car for the road. It allows the car to combine extreme power, agility, and stability in a way that static aerodynamic systems could never achieve. It makes the Aventador SVJ faster, more confident, and more controllable on both track and road. It preserves the purity and excitement of the naturally aspirated V12 experience while enhancing performance, precision, and driver confidence. In the Aventador SVJ, ALA 2.0 is more than technology, it is an integral part of what makes this car a true icon of modern supercar engineering. The Lamborghini Aventador SVJ is not just a supercar. It is a statement, a culmination of Lamborghini's philosophy of creating machines that combine extreme performance with unmistakable drama. Yet beyond its naturally aspirated V12, record-breaking aerodynamics, and track-focused engineering, there is another defining characteristic that elevates the SVJ above even other high-performance cars: its rarity. The Aventador SVJ is limited, exclusive, and rare in a way that makes it not just a car, but a collectible, a symbol, and a tangible piece of automotive history. Limited production has always been part of Lamborghini's DNA. Unlike mass-market cars, each Lamborghini is handcrafted, meticulously assembled, and individually calibrated. The Aventador SVJ follows this tradition, produced in small numbers to ensure that each car maintains the brand's exacting standards of performance, quality, and uniqueness. Lamborghini intentionally limits production to maintain the exclusivity and prestige associated with its V12 supercars, and the SVJ represents the apex of this philosophy. It is a car you are unlikely to encounter even in cities known for automotive wealth. This scarcity is deliberate. Lamborghini understands that the emotional and cultural value of a supercar is closely tied to its rarity. When fewer than a few hundred examples exist worldwide, each vehicle becomes a statement of individuality. Owners are not merely buying a high-performance machine, they are acquiring a piece of history, a tangible connection to the legacy of one of the world's most iconic supercar brands. In the case of the Aventador SVJ, that rarity is amplified by the fact that it is one of the last naturally aspirated V12 Lamborghinis produced. As the automotive world shifts toward hybrid and electric powertrains, the SVJ becomes a limited bridge between a past era of raw, mechanical excitement and the modern age of electrification. Exclusivity also extends to customization. Lamborghini's Ad Personam program allows SVJ owners to personalize nearly every aspect of their car, from exterior paint and wheel design to interior finishes and stitch patterns. This means that while the car may be part of a limited series, each example is unique. No two SVJs are exactly alike, reinforcing the sense of ownership and distinction. The result is a car that is both globally rare and deeply personal, an extension of the driver's taste, style, and personality. The Aventador SVJ's rarity has implications beyond aesthetics and pride. It influences resale value and long-term collectability. Cars produced in limited numbers with historical significance, groundbreaking performance, and strong brand heritage tend to hold, or even increase, their value over time. For collectors and enthusiasts, the SVJ is more than a supercar, it is an investment in automotive history. Owning one means participating in a narrative that extends beyond mere horsepower or top speed. It is part of a continuum that honors the legacy of Lamborghini's V12 lineage. Limited production also adds an emotional dimension to the ownership experience. Driving a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ is not just about speed or precision. It is about knowing that very few people on the planet have the opportunity to experience this machine in its purest form. Even in cities with large supercar communities, the sight of an SVJ is rare enough to command attention, admiration, and respect. This sense of scarcity amplifies the thrill of ownership and the pride of driving a car that is unmistakably extraordinary. The rarity of the SVJ also underscores its engineering and performance achievements. Lamborghini does not produce a high-performance car in large numbers without first perfecting its capabilities. Every SVJ has been tested, calibrated, and refined to deliver the full promise of its V12 engine, active aerodynamics, and track-oriented dynamics. The result is a supercar that combines exclusivity with uncompromising performance. It is not simply rare because of low production, it is rare because it represents the pinnacle of what Lamborghini can achieve in a road-legal car. From a cultural perspective, the Aventador SVJ occupies a unique position. Supercars are often defined by more than just performance, they are symbols of achievement, status, and aspiration. The SVJ's limited production ensures that it remains a symbol that is unattainable for most, reinforcing the mystique of Lamborghini. It is a car that generates stories, headlines, and admiration wherever it appears, precisely because it is rare enough to stand apart from more common supercars. The car's rarity also enhances the community and social aspect of ownership. Lamborghini owners often find themselves part of exclusive clubs, track events, and gatherings where limited production cars are celebrated and appreciated. Driving an Aventador SVJ is not just about performance, it is about belonging to a select group of enthusiasts who share a passion for extreme engineering, artful design, and historical significance. This sense of belonging is amplified by the knowledge that only a small number of SVJs exist in the world. Furthermore, the SVJ's rarity has implications for the future of the Lamborghini brand. As the company transitions to hybrid and electric powertrains, naturally aspirated V12 models like the SVJ will become increasingly symbolic of a bygone era. This historical significance adds another layer of value and desirability, as collectors and enthusiasts recognize the SVJ as one of the last expressions of Lamborghini's pure, uncompromised V12 philosophy. The combination of performance, heritage, and limited production makes the Aventador SVJ a unique supercar in every sense. It is a machine built not only for speed and drama but also for distinction and prestige. Every detail, from the carbon fiber chassis to the active aerodynamic system,